Okay. All right. What's the first word you think of when I say the word giraffe? Come on, I'm waiting.
Tall.
Okay, well, I heard a couple answers, but the word that comes into my head is awesome. Come on, with that long neck I heard, and that fabulous giraffe print, I think they're pretty stylish. And it might surprise you to know that me and the giraffe actually have something in common. We're both vegetarians. You see, giraffes eat 75 pounds a day of food. They eat this food called the acacia plant that is basically, it has most of the water they need to drink as well. They have to drink 10 gallons a day on top of it. But if they didn't have their food, it would be a lot more. Giraffes that are in captivity oftentimes love to snack on onions, raw onions, which I think is disgusting, personally. Now, giraffes sure eat a lot, right? So they obviously have to be very big. Well, you're correct about that. They are the world's tallest animal. Females are 14 to 16 feet tall, and males are 16 to 18 feet tall. So basically, females are 2 LeBron Jameses, and males are 3. Just so you boys can understand, you know? Males weigh 2,000 pounds, and I'm not going to tell you how much the females weigh because ladies don't like to tell people their weight. I will tell you, though, they weigh under 2,000 pounds. A funny thing about the giraffe is that their neck is as long as their legs, but there's a body in there, so when they have to drink water, they have to go into this weird crouching position and try to angle their head so they can get water. It's really funny. Now, you'd imagine because giraffes are so big, they'd be really tired at the end of the day. They actually sleep less than most mammals. They only sleep for 2 hours a day. I know, I can't imagine being a teenager myself. They do this in 5-minute increments so that if their one predator comes, it most likely won't get to hurt them. The ways they sleep is they'll either stand up so they can kind of look like they're awake and the lion, which is their biggest predator, won't eat them, or they curl up like a dog and put their head on their butt. It's an interesting way to sleep, let's just put it that way. As I just said, the lion is their one and only predator. The giraffes are pretty much at the top of the food chain, and they can kill lions. But if they're asleep, they're off guard, and it's not going to work out. Females will protect their young by hooving them to death if they need to. So don't ever get in front of Mama Giraffe. Females will give birth on their 5th year. Their gestation period lasts a shocking 15 months, and then they'll take a 20-month break because they're so exhausted from it. The baby, when it's born, will fall 6 feet before it hits the ground. I don't think that would be a very fun birthday, but whatever they want to do. Within 1 hour, they're already walking and nursing. So it kind of has to get on with life, because otherwise it could very well be lunch. When it is born, it is 6 feet tall and weighs 150 pounds. So it's not a small baby. A really cool thing that I think about giraffes is that they actually kind of have a daycare thing going on with all these baby giraffes. One female that's a mom will take care of all the baby giraffes as the other females go out and forage for food. And then they trade off every day. I thought that was really cool and how they're animals and they have such a good community. We could probably learn something from them. One of the funny things that I discovered while I was studying these giraffes is that they end up having all these horns. You've probably seen giraffes with the 2 horns, but they can get up to 5 horns altogether. Their 5th one will actually look like a unicorn horn because it'll be right in front of their forehead because there's no more room left on their head. Males will end up fighting with their horns because they're fighting for their ladies and whatever. A giraffe, you all know how I love fun facts, right? So I figured I'd tell you some fun facts today. A giraffe has a 2-foot heart, and its heart weighs 25 pounds. You know how giraffes have such long necks? They also have very long tongues. Their tongue is 18 inches long in their mouth. And so they can pretty much lick every single spot on their face, which is gross and cool for me. Giraffes also have a very odd smell to them. It's an antibiotic that kind of protects them, and it's also a parasite repellent. So it's a small price to pay being smelly, but it helps them out quite a bit. Another funny thing about the giraffe is that it only has 7 neck bones. With that long neck, you'd think there would be more. And most animals have 7 neck bones. It's just that their neck bones are a little enlarged, I guess you could say. My last fun fact of the day is that they have 2 different animal characteristics. One is that they can drink and store as much water as a camel, which really helps them out in the desert, or in Africa. And 2 is that they have the speed of a horse. They can run 33 to 36 miles in 1 hour. So they're not very slow. Thank you all for listening to my last speech of the semester, and I hope you have a great day. Oh, and before I go, now what do you think of when you hear the word giraffe? There you go. See, that's what I like to hear.